People who knew him have some frightening descriptions of a man who killed 49 people at a gay nightclub in Orlando. The latest on the investigation and what some people did to save lives that night. One of the victims spent part of his childhood in Scott County. How Daryl Burt is being remembered tonight.
At a special mass in Richmond, folks remembered the victims and prayed for the country after Sunday's shooting in Orlando.
This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for watching. It looks like our chances for storms will be going up the next few days, and you'll also notice more humid air. We begin tonight with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey and your no-wait weather forecast.
Yeah, humidity really going to come into play, Sam, over the next few days. But let's talk about the beautiful evening that is wrapping up. Temperatures now compared to this same point last night, much cooler across the eastern half of the state. 66 right now into Mount Sterling, one of the cool spots, low 70s into the Bluegrass area. We've had the comfortable weather today, but your muggy meter begins to crank it up a notch or 5 over the next few days. Tomorrow, it's going to feel much more humid, maybe oppressive by the end of the day. Then we go into Wednesday and Thursday, and it's a taste of the tropics heading into central and eastern Kentucky. The steamy air is back in the Bluegrass state. Today, it's been out across western Kentucky. Defender Radar Network tracking some thunderstorms earlier near Bowling Green. That is weakened, though. Additional thunderstorms trying to go up across parts of Illinois and Indiana. Future hour-by-hour radar. Through the overnight, we stay calm. Let's go to daybreak tomorrow morning, and toward 9, 10 o'clock or so tomorrow morning, thunderstorms into western Kentucky will try to squeeze eastward as we go to the afternoon, with thermometers making a run toward 90 degrees. When I come back at 11:13, we'll focus on how the steamy air could bring some big thunderstorms with a new hour-by-hour forecast, Sam.
Some who knew him said he was hateful. Others called him erratic. Tonight, new details are coming out about the man who police say killed 49 people in an attack at a gay nightclub in Orlando. It is the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. We're also learning more about some heroic actions that saved lives during that attack. Craig Boswell begins our top story team coverage.
Social media captured the party at the Orlando nightclub and the moment it all changed. Those were also the last moments of 25-year-old Amanda Alvier's life. She was one of 49 victims killed when gunman Omar Mateen opened fire early Sunday morning. Investigators combed the area around Pulse nightclub Monday. The FBI also searched the suspect's home and electronic devices, tracing his words and actions in recent weeks.
So far, we see no indication that this was a plot directed from outside the United States.
Mateen swore allegiance to ISIS and, according to his father, was a homophobe. He purchased his guns legally and passed a background check.
He's evil. We happen to be the gun store he picked, and there's nothing else I can say.
The Orlando Police Department says 11 officers fired at Mateen, ultimately killing him, but there were other heroes that night too.
There was only one choice.
Club bouncer and Marine veteran Imran Youssef recognized the sound of Mateen's automatic weapon and unlatched a door to free dozens of trapped clubgoers.
I wish I could save more, to be honest. There's a lot of people that are dead.
Mourners and community members gathered less than 2 miles from the scene of the crime for one of many vigils and rallies around the country. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Orlando.
And tonight we have learned that one of the 49 victims of that attack had ties to here, to central Kentucky. Friends say that 29-year-old Daryl Burt lived in Georgetown during part of his childhood. But in recent years, he lived in Jacksonville, Florida, and some of his co-workers there are remembering him. Monique Blair continues our top story team coverage from the live desk. Monique.
Well, Sam, those who loved him have described Daryl Roman Burt II as smart and well-mannered, with a big personality and just a great kid. And just hours before he was shot at Pulse nightclub in Orlando, he graduated with his master's degree. Today, we also learned Burt spent several of his younger years growing up in Georgetown. A Georgetown pastor told us Burt came from a really good family, a family that was very active in church. Until Sunday, Burt worked at Kaiser University in Jacksonville as a financial aid officer, working with the school's military students. University President Lisa Marie Winslow says everyone at the school is still trying to come to grips that one of their own was a victim in the Orlando shooting.
Unbelievable.
Winslow says she learned of Burt's death Monday morning, and the news quickly had a ripple effect across campus.
We've got grief counselors, and we're handling this as best as possible. There's no script for it.
Burt was also a member of the Jacksonville Jaycees, a group that, according to its Facebook page, is dedicated to fun and community service. The organization posted on Facebook saying it would hold a moment of silence for Burt during their meeting Monday night.
It's the community as a whole that's grieving and going through this, dealing with the shock and the aftermath.
A spokesperson for the Burt family here in Kentucky says his mom and dad are simply asking for prayers right now. At the live desk, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Many people here in central Kentucky are paying tribute to those victims of the Orlando attack. Tonight in Richmond, St. Mark Catholic Church held a special mass to honor them. As Garrett Weimer tells us, the church invited people of all faiths to attend.
The Paschal candle sits at the altar from Easter until Pentecost. Other than that, only for baptisms and funerals. It was lit on Monday night.
Those women and men who were mowed down on Sunday morning were all made in the image and likeness of the God we profess.
They read the names of lives lost in Orlando, prayed for family members left behind.
Hate what is evil. Hold on to what is good.
From the pulpit, Father Jim said if certain steps aren't taken, there will be more senseless tragedies like the shooting in Orlando. Among those steps, Father Jim called for a ban on assault weapons like the AR-15 used in Sunday's slaughter.
My prayer today is that God will have mercy on America.
More than 6 dozen people showed up to stand united with Orlando.
I'm an American and I refuse to be intimidated by fanatics.
The service ended by singing words so fitting at a time like this. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. In Richmond, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
The University of Kentucky will hold a memorial service for the victims Wednesday afternoon. It begins at noon at the VIP Center in Frazee Hall. Because of the Orlando attack, Lexington police plan to have extra officers on hand during the city's Pride Festival later this month. Organizers of the Pride Festival say they met with police today to go over security plans. They expect 25,000 people to attend the festival, and they say with extra police officers providing security, this will be the safest Pride Festival ever.
People need to come out, not just LGBT people, but allies and the rest of the community need to come out and show that this community is supportive of everybody and that this community stands up for what's right.
The Pride Festival will be held Saturday, June 25th on the grounds of the Fayette County Courthouse. Presidential candidates Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump have very different opinions about what should be done in response to the Orlando attack. Both of them addressed the situation today. They presented different approaches on counterterrorism and gun control. Trump again said he wants to ban foreign-born Muslims from entering the United States, while Clinton said the government needs to work with Muslim Americans to stop lone wolf attacks.
The only reason the killer was in America in the first place was because we allowed his family to come here.
We should be intensifying contacts in those communities, not scapegoating or isolating them.
Tonight, Trump said his campaign is revoking credentials provided to the Washington Post for a headline suggesting he felt President Obama was connected to the Orlando attack. He called the newspaper, quote, phony and dishonest. The Washington Post said tonight it has covered the Trump campaign honestly and accurately. Some Kentucky lawmakers in Washington talking about the Orlando attacks today as well. From the Senate floor, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said the country is supporting the victims and their families. And 6th District Congressman Andy Barr says he wants the country to focus on fighting the Islamic State, not gun control.
If it wasn't an AR-15, it would have been a bomb that this man strapped to his chest and walked into this and killed these innocent people.
We grieve for the victims, and we say this to their families and to Orlando. You're not alone. Your nation is here with you, and we won't back down in the face of terrorism.
Senator Bob Casey, a Democrat from Pennsylvania, has introduced new legislation that would keep guns out of the hands of those who commit criminal acts based on hate. Keep checking our website, WKYT.com, for updates on the Orlando nightclub attack. You'll also find them on the WKYT News app. And we'll have the latest on WKYT News this morning beginning at 4:30. CBS This Morning will also be live from Orlando tomorrow morning. Police have arrested a woman they say stole thousands of dollars from a Central Kentucky store. The sneaky way investigators say she took the money in 9 minutes. Then a Louisville newspaper apologizing for the way it says it covered Muhammad Ali decades ago.
It's time to wake up. You've got things to do, mouths to feed, work to get done. It's another Kentucky morning. And Kentucky mornings start here.
Good morning, I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith.
You don't have time to waste, so we don't waste your time. Simple as that. Breaking and overnight news, weather to plan your day, plus traffic you can take with you. Make WKYT This Morning part of your Kentucky morning. Weekdays from 4:30 to 7 on WKYT.
At Subway, you'll love our go-to favorites, like the classic tuna with creamy mayo and your choice of fresh veggies, like spinach and cool, crunchy cucumbers, all on freshly baked 9-grade wheat bread. Try our tuna sandwich today. Subway, fresh is what we do.
You may be entitled to $1,500 for each call you've received from any company collecting a debt. Seems too good to be true, but it's the law.
John Leach worked in Kentucky coal mines for 23 years. He provided for his family, including 3 children with a rare genetic disease.
I couldn't ask for better kids. The best in the world.
The disease took John's oldest child. The other 2 need 24-hour care. But now Congress may go back on its word, taking away the health care John worked for and putting his children's lives in jeopardy.
This is what we get for working to help this country. A promise broken.
This new Rallies and Checkers strawberry smoothie is perfect for air conditioning my insides. That's heat-busting goodness for a super chill price. Introducing fruit and cream smoothies and Kool-Aid slushies. Rallies and Checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
Visit the all-new Big M Superstore in Nicholasville, BigMSuperstore.com.
Clients come into the office. The government has said, no, I don't believe you. You're not disabled.
The major problem with Social Security disability is that most people who sign up are denied at the initial level. If your claim's denied, don't give up. Call us immediately. We'll appeal your case.
We can do an effective job of representing you that will get you the benefits that you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast, 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
Savor something different every day. Just ask for the $3 sub of the day at Subway restaurants. A different 6-inch sub every day for only $3. 7 days, 7 subs, $3. Subway, founded on fresh.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. WKYT. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Bluegrass State today split in 2. Eastern part of the state, very nice, pleasant conditions. Western Kentucky, no dice. We had temperatures into the mid and in some cases upper 90s. Felt like better than 100 into Western Kentucky. They can keep it out there as far as I'm concerned. Some of it, though, is going to head our way. Over the next couple of days, a little look outside right now, and it really shows what we're talking about. 64 Mount Sterling, 84 Owensboro, in between Lexington and Frankfort, low 70s. Broaden out that view a little bit to show you how the farther west that we go, those temperatures are into the 80s across the Mississippi Valley. Doing a little yard work over the next few days, you're going to sweat it out. Humidity is going to really increase. Storm chance tomorrow. A little better chance for some storms around. A few of those could be strong on Wednesday. We'll make another run at 90 ahead of a cold front that could throw a storm or two at us on Thursday. Defender Radar Network, it's quiet. A little thunderstorm action here, parts of Illinois and Indiana. Some of that is right on the leading edge of that humid and hot air that is off to our west. So over the next several days, we have the potential for storms to become likely on Wednesday. And then look at the weekend. We're way down, even below the chance category. By the time we hit the weekend, things look much better. Moral of the story, best chance for some rain coming our way over the next 2 to 3 days. Tomorrow, let's break that forecast down in greater detail. Right around 90, chance for a thunderstorm or two into the afternoon. Humidity is really going to increase as we go through the day tomorrow. That'll at least fire up a storm or two, and that hour-by-hour forecast has an increase in some of the storms coming up on Wednesday. Keep an eye in the afternoon. Wednesday into maybe the evening hours. Some of the storms could even be on the severe side. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Situations like this can sometimes give us some high winds, and a storm or two left over on Thursday. Hot off the presses. It's a new hour-by-hour. Tomorrow morning, Eastern Kentucky, you're going to start out in the 50s, so you may even need a light jacket. You'll throw that away by the afternoon. 85 to 90 into most areas, and watch for a thunderstorm or two to go up as we head through the heart of the afternoon into the evening. So much moisture around that any storm that does flare up can put down a whole lot of rain in a short amount of time. How about 70s to begin the day on Wednesday? Into Wednesday afternoon, new numbers coming in. You're seeing them actually update while we are on the air. Could be some strong thunderstorms in there at some point Wednesday afternoon into the evening. We go into Thursday, and things will be calm just ahead of a front that by the end of the day may have another complex of some storms dropping in from north to south during that time. And what that is doing over the next few days, we're getting these storms to come in from the northwest as we're on the cusp of the real serious heat that's off to our west. So it's making a little run at us. But by the time we get into Thursday and Friday, fast-moving system is going to blow up across the eastern seaboard into a big, almost nor'easter-looking system heading up the east coast. You know what that does for us? That may try to dry us up and cool us down starting later Friday into the weekend. So if you can put up with a little heat and humidity and some storms over the next few days, Sam, if you can get to that weekend, my man, we may be in pretty good shape starting late Friday and especially Saturday and Sunday.
I love the way that sounds.
Yeah, right now, look, the timing on that looks really, really good. We still have 4 days for everything to go wrong.
Of course.
But we'll work on it so we can keep it in the right category.
Right. Sounds good so far. Thank you, Chris. Dozens of Kentucky children spending the week with state police on an island. A fun reason behind that trip in 8 minutes.
Kentucky Lottery jackpot sequence has been initiated. Prepare for current.
Tuesday's Mega Millions $293 million. Wednesday's Powerball $153 million.
It's not too big and it's not too small.
Chevrolet's crossovers come in 3 sizes: Trax, Equinox, and Traverse.
Who wants to sit in it?
I do.
Shotgun.
Oh, wow.
This car matches me. I like this.
It's a perfect fit.
Get more than you expect for less than you imagine from the Chevrolet crossover family.
Qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 60 months on this 2016 Chevy Equinox. Plus, find your tag to get an extra $1,500 cash allowance on select Equinox in stock.
DQ funnel cake a la mode? Hold on. Coming through.
The next hours. Cloudy tomorrow.
Funnel cake has a new home. The DQ Bakes new funnel cake a la mode with the world-famous DQ soft serve and your favorite topping. This is fan food, not fast food.
Funnel cake a la mode.
At Hair Win, we've been helping people for 125 years.
If you've been injured in a life-changing accident, we can help.
Contact us at helpingkentucky.com.
Hair Win. Visit helpingkentucky.com.
What we do is not about sickness. It's about living. All of life's moments, big and small. Each triumph and challenge. Because you were made to live and live well. And we're here to make sure you do. Let us show you how care is supposed to be. Lexington Clinic. Your doctors for life.
After 25 years of defending insurance companies, I decided to spend the rest of my career representing accident victims. I have taught Kentucky insurance adjusters how to value claims. Don't choose your attorney based on slogans or jingles, but on experience and results.
You'll enjoy consistent comfort with the heating and air conditioning systems homeowners rank #1. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning.
There are several benefits to upgrading your old air conditioning and heating system, including lower utility bills, better indoor air quality, and reliable comfort all year long. We offer financing to make upgrading easy and stress-free.
Being there, day in, day out. That's loyalty. And it's worth something. Like savings on AAA auto insurance, just for being loyal.
19 pool tables and a full bar. Only at Silver Q on New Circle Road.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
New tonight, a Lexington woman facing forgery and theft charges. Police say she stole nearly $11,000 from a military surplus store in Nicholasville. Lexington police say 35-year-old Monday Hensley sold small items to the Infantry Arms and Surplus secondhand store. But before Hensley would cash the checks the store wrote to her, police say she changed the dollar amounts written on them. Police say the store owner didn't realize what was happening until Hensley tried to cash one check, and it was denied because there was no money in the account.
The easiest way to combat this type of activity is obviously to make sure that you are fully utilizing the details on the check itself. If you're writing an amount out, make sure that you begin it at the beginning of the line itself and continuing on until the concluding portion of that line.
Hensley now faces 10 felony charges. A standoff at a Louisville home has ended with a man accused of shooting a police officer still on the run. Police surrounded a home this afternoon thinking that Jaquan Crowley was inside, but just after 7 tonight, police cleared the home and didn't see any sign of Crowley. Police say he shot Louisville police officer Kyle Carroll Saturday night. The officer was released from the hospital this afternoon to continue his recovery at home. New tonight, a federal judge has refused to dismiss the state's lawsuit against Marathon Petroleum. The lawsuit filed last year by former Kentucky Attorney General Jack Conway claims Marathon has a monopoly on the supply on gasoline in much of the state, which led to higher gas prices. The lawsuit now moves into the evidence-gathering stage. Marathon had asked the judge to throw it out. Current Attorney General Andy Beshear says his office is still pursuing the lawsuit. New tonight, the Louisville Courier-Journal has apologized for refusing to call Muhammad Ali by his name for years after he changed it. Ali was born Cassius Clay, but changed his name to Muhammad Ali in 1964 after adopting the Muslim faith. But the Courier-Journal did not consistently refer to him as Muhammad Ali until 1970. In an editorial written today, the newspaper's executive editor said the paper's unwillingness to use Ali's name for years, quote, did little to help race relations in a turbulent time. New tonight, Kentucky State Police have a fun week planned for some children in southern Kentucky. The annual Trooper Island Camp kicking off today at Dale Hollow Lake in Clinton County. This is the 51st year for the camp, which gives less fortunate children from around the state a chance to spend a week doing outdoor activities. State police say a lot of hard work and fundraising goes into planning the camp.
Some of these kids have been taught to be afraid of the police, and we want to make sure that these kids, by the end of the week, are not afraid of us, and they can talk to us and tell us, you know, if something's bothering them or something's going on in their life, and we can help them.
Police say that 64 children are spending the week at Trooper Island. Kentucky Speedway going through a lot of changes, Brian.
Yeah, indeed they are. The Quaker State 400 July 9th. The drivers were at the track today. Not nearly as bumpy these days. John Calipari, you remember he voiced displeasure on Kentucky's seating in the NCAA. Now he's on a committee to analyze the selection process. Sports is next.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 104.5 The Cat.
A home is the largest investment most families make. It's important to choose a contractor with the knowledge and experience to guide you through the home building process. From selecting the right lot to selecting the finishes that make your home unique, M.A. Conley Construction is by your side from beginning to end. Our experience brings value to every home we complete. M.A. Conley Construction, a Madison County family serving all of Central Kentucky.
All summer long, your road to refreshment leads to Speedway. And now that Speedway's grown throughout the Midwest, Northeast, and Southeast, nobody has a handle on your summer fun better than Speedway. From the sunny shores of Florida to New York City, from the Carolinas to the New England coast, your road to refreshment leads to Speedway. And with your Speedway app, there's always a Speedway nearby and a chance to win prizes with every visit on your trip.
We're on your way to the convenience stores of Speedway.
Now, a 32-ounce Speedy Freezer fountain drink's just 89 cents.
Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot is $293 million, and Wednesday's Powerball jackpot is $153 million.
We're the McCord family, and welcome to our show. That's our show. Now go enjoy yours.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For almost 30 years, we've represented hundreds of thousands of people and have collected billions of dollars in settlements and verdicts for things that were wrongfully taken from our client, their health and loved ones, financial security and peace of mind, standing up for people, bringing those to justice who did them wrong. We fight bullies and rule breakers for a living. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Here's a fun way to control your luck. It's a game called Keno. You can start with $1. You pick your numbers, your odds, and your wager. And the winnings, well, they could be major. Just pick your numbers and hope you win. A few minutes later, you can play it again. Now play Keno wherever Kentucky lottery games are sold.
CareSource insures thousands of members in Kentucky. But we're not built on numbers. We're built on compassion and care. Our commitment? People over profit. CareSource. Caring for the Commonwealth.
There's a lot to an identity. No wonder so many people want to steal them. So accept no substitutes. North Broadway Auto Sales, now on New Circle Road, is the genuine article. The name you've known for years for top shelf pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. If you're not talking to Jerry, Travis, Bob, Robert, or Ken about your next vehicle, you're in the wrong location. Bad credit, bad luck, bankruptcy, no problem. Buy here, pay here. Don't be fooled by imposters. Visit the real North Broadway Auto Sales, now on New Circle Road, where our saying is the same as it's been for all these years: everybody rides.
We're the Swartzes from Omaha. Welcome to our show. See more of our show and start enjoying yours at visitmo.com.
Looking to recapture the greatest success in UK baseball history, Mitch Barnhart is looking to the past to bring in UK's baseball future. Barnhart hiring former Kentucky assistant Nick Minjone today. Minjone has been an assistant under John Cohen for 10 of the past 11 years, including that magical season of 2006 when the Cats won the SEC. Minjone comes from Mississippi State, where he was the recruiting coordinator for a Bulldogs program which has been to the College World Series in 2013 and won a pair of SEC titles. The Reds are terrible on the road. Braves are terrible at home. Something's got to give. And I give it up to the Shively slugger, my man Adam Duvall. 2-run shot, his 18th of the year. The Braves, they would take the lead in the 5th. And it's not Freddie Fender, but it's Freddie Freeman. Get some good wood on that one, his 10th of the year. 7-6 Atlanta. We've got a Little League game breaking out in Atlanta. It's 8-7 Reds when the Braves do it again. Adonis Garcia gets some serious bat speed and whips out a solo homer to left. We're tied at 8-8. The Reds would win it in the 9th on the most exciting play you'll ever see. The bases loaded walk. 9-8, Reds win it. John Calipari was not happy with the number 4 seed in the NCAA tournament this past season, but now Calipari will have a greater voice on that topic. Calipari, one of several coaches and administrators who have been chosen to examine the NCAA men's basketball tournament selection system. This committee will work with the NCAA in the coming weeks to discuss selection, seeding, bracketing processes, things like that. Last month, UK Athletics Director Mitch Barnhart, he was selected as a member of the NCAA Men's Division I Basketball Committee. The Golden State Warriors can make it 2 NBA titles in 2 seasons with a victory tonight at home against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Warriors without all-star swingman Draymond Green, suspended for this game because he's just racked up too many flagrant fouls. We are in the 4th quarter. The Cavs, They are trying to make a Game 6 out of it. They lead it 101-92. NASCAR returns to Kentucky in a few short weeks for the Quaker State 400, and for many drivers, it will feel like a completely new racetrack. Over the last few months, the Speedway has undergone pretty big changes, including increased banking in turns 1 and 2, and a completely new repave. Today and tomorrow, drivers are in Sparta to test out that surface and say the difference between one side of the track being steep and the other side more flat is the most challenging part.
It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. You're going to have to know where you're at, kind of, you know. It's just something that you don't remember Kentucky Speedway being, so it's different for me right now, and I'm trying to get all of that processed as I keep making laps out there and getting used to it.
Usually when you have a repave, the whole surface is smooth, and so your ride heights on your car are very low. Now when you have one corner that's really smooth in 3 and 4, and over here there's a couple bumps, you have to really change how your car is kind of set up height-wise.
It's a pretty big difference in how you enter turn 1 to how you enter turn 3, so just getting a balance between the two corners is definitely going to be the hardest part.
And from one kind of horsepower to another, Hall of Fame jockey Russell Bays, racing's all-time winning rider, announced his retirement effective today at Santa Anita. Bays won 12,842 races in North America, and according to the Equibase statistics, more than any other jockey. His mounts earned purses in excess of $199 million. He's the only jockey to win 400 or more races for 7 straight years. He did that in 1992 to 1998. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Here are your 3 most important tools for detecting nursing home abuse. Hi, I'm Kevin Renfro. Keeping your senses alert can help you identify elder abuse. If you suspect there's a problem, give us a call. Call the Becker Law Office. Just dial 3s.
An offer like this only happens once in 70 years. PRAT's 70th anniversary sale. And to celebrate, get 70 months, 0 interest, up to half off, and double the free stuff, up to $1,000.
Nobody beats PRAT's.
I could get used to this.
I could get used to this.
The luxuriously transformed 2016 Lexus ES and ES Hybrid.
I could get used to this.
Once you experience this level of luxury,
I could get used to this.
there's no going back. Lease the 2016 ES 350 for $329 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Now get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned, just $99.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
If you asked any company to stop calling your cell phone and they don't, you may be entitled to $1,500 for every call, even if you owe them money. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Kentucky Branded is your home for Father's Day and all things KY. New men's apparel, gifts, and more, all 20% off, plus an additional 50% off clearance. We are your state pride home for all things Kentucky. Fayette Mall, next to Saul Good. KentuckyBranded.com.
Folks have been taking the short drive to satisfaction for over 20 years. Not only Winchester folks, but folks all across the state and even across the country. And who wouldn't come here? With over 2,500 vehicles to choose from here in Winchester, Kentucky. No matter if it's 100 miles or the short drive from Lexington, our staff will help you start your journey. Tim Short Chevrolet.
It's PRAT's 70th anniversary sale. And to celebrate, get Central Kentucky's largest selection of buy one, get one free recliners, starting at $299. LG 43-inch LED TV, $349 Super Saver.
Nobody beats PRAT's.
My attorney treated me like family. They don't worry about what they get, they worry about what you get. It's that simple.
Serious, experienced, results. Call the Becker Law Office. Just dial 3s.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on News Radio 630 WLAP.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, less than a minute away, right here on WKYT. And tonight's guests include Bill O'Reilly. Our guest tonight here to finish things up, Chris Bailey.
And the emojis. The emojis are the stars of the show. That emoji cast tomorrow. A little sweat factor creeping in, and look at that 5 o'clock emoji.
What's he doing?
He's blowing some steam. He's not a happy camper with a threat for a thunderstorm and 90-degree temperatures. Emojis, though, for the weekend looking a little better. Low and mid-80s for highs.
You look like an evil emoji to me, Brian. What do you think? Very odd. On that note, thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.